plenty of it. Let's see what she can bring to this second term. It was a lively opening one in the end, 6 goals between both sides. And as Moody taps it down, and it's Geelong who go inside 50 first. McWilliams tumbles past her, gets towards Barber, gets rid of Downey. Oh, McWilliams and Downey just clash. I think they had a face clash out there. And the umpire said play on as Cranston's won the footy and gone goalward, and it's bent around the boundary line. Both players were sore. They're still on the deck, really, just climbing up.
Yeah, and you just see Grace Egan there putting her hand up for the doctors. We'll take another look. Yeah, big clash of heads.
Yeah, McWilliams tried to burst through, and Downey was right there.
Both girls side by side. Blood.
Umpire's called the blood rule. So Downey's up and wandering off.
Oh, and Phoebe McWilliams hasn't moved too much, which is very worrying signs. She's a real leader down there in their forward line.
Just taking some time with her assessing her condition. As we said, it was a lively opening term. The Blues, well, they've been shocking in opening quarters, it's fair to say, so far, as the cheer for McWilliams. As she rises off the turf and will come to the boundary. They'd only kicked 1 goal 2 collectively across 5 quarters, and now they've kicked 4 in 1.
Yes, the first time since round 2 against the Western Bulldogs that they've actually managed to kick a major in the opening term. So it was a very strong start from Carlton, but credit to the Cats as well. They were the ones that did strike first through Webster. And they haven't made it easy, have they, for the Blues? Their defence has stood tall, and I've been really impressed with the ability of their forwards just to apply pressure and really keep that ball inside their forward half.
Yeah, it's something we probably haven't seen enough of Geelong across this season, is that pressure, the tackling pressure, but they're bringing it today. The umpire's just waiting for McWilliams, slowly making her way towards the boundary. It'll be thrown in from the boundary. The rucks are in position waiting. It's going to be O'Connor and Moody. Just waiting as you hear the little cheers as she's made her way to the bench so play can restart. We're inside Geelong's 50. O'Connor, a tap down. Webster couldn't quite reel it in. She might get it now, trying to bustle Loynes out of the way. Boundary line's going to beat them all. She'll give Loynes a little shove. The umpire said that was okay.
And you can just see on screen there, Joe, Maddie Pressbarkis just walking the boundary with the physio. Once again, Sammy will be doing whatever she can to get us an update on that one very soon.
Blues fans will be hoping to see her back out there. Moody wins the tap down. Egan on the deck. Cranston tackles her. Webster on the non-preferred, tries to get it out towards McDonald. Putting pressure around the footy. And the umpire will come in and ball it up. So inside 50 is a heavily weighted in Carlton's favour, 12-5, but Geelong having a few minutes inside theirs now. Would love to get the first of the second term. McAvoy looks to go down the middle, Goring in best position, and she'll take the mark. Decides to go direct down the middle, wants to fly. Higgins is there. Lalawifi at ground level. Someone else has gone crashing in. It was Higgins. Looked hurt initially, but okay now. Van der Heuvel. Hosking. Went for Pound. Pound wasn't ready. So Webster just loads up on the right goalward. Fades to the right and through for one behind. Kicked their opening, Webster, and has really elevated her game a little bit this year. They might have a chance here through Cranston. They've been able to turn over the kick in, and she's been pinned for holding the footy. So she's been lively, Cranston. Has kicked one of their goals and has looked dangerous, and they need it from her this afternoon. It's Pound. They go wide, they were told to play on. This pressure good by Geelong. They need to make the most of this now. And Gehring looks inside 50. Not far enough, says the umpire. So they bend it goalward. Oh, a little shove. That's surely front on pressure. O'Connor The umpire let it play. Barber puts the pressure on. Egan. Back out to Pounds. Down the line they go. Prespakis is back on. Well, there she is. She's got the left elbow heavily strapped. We'll have to wait and see how she goes with it. And the Blues want to run. Hosking. To McKay. To G. Vessio's out the back here. If Stevens can get it and go. Oh, wonderful pressure by Ivy. That was fantastic.
That is unbelievable pressure from the Cats' defence, but it's funny, isn't it? The second that Maddie Prespakis is back on the ground, and there she is again, the Blues are able to go forward, aren't they?
Just lifts her whole side. And Ivy really just saved Geelong one there, left their opponent in Vesio to put the pressure on Stevens. Cranston, a bit of frustration there. She's given away the free kick to Laloifi.
Yeah, a little bit unnecessary there. It was one-on-one, and you'd back in Cranston's body size against Laloifi.
So Laloifi told to go now, waves her teammates across towards the boundary line, says that's where I'm going to go, and Moody sticks up the big mitts and marks. Next to a direct opponent in Karras, back in the side this week. G and Goring. And Brazzali, oh, it's McAvoy, who bends it round the corner. Goldwood, oh, swung across and into the post.
Well, let's get down to Sammy Lane. Sammy, a little bit of mayhem on both benches.
Oh, gosh, it's been action stations, Abby, but great to see that Maddie Prespakis is out there, and goodness me, did she have a quick fitness test, and the call from the Blues bench was get in and give her some help. She looks fine, though. She doesn't seem to be favouring that strapped arm at all.
Good news for Prespakis. As Moody goes to Loynes, took her eye off it at the critical moment and then goes off the ground. But this will be a lasso rule, and Goring will get it back for the Cats. And the umpires might converge here. I think the kick might have ricocheted off hands as they all come together to discuss it. And in the end, they do decide it's off hand, so it's going to be thrown in. So just the 1 point, or 2 points so far this term. One to either side, no majors. Over the back, Karras. Moody at ground level, Loynes is there. Crockett grills. O'Day, what can she do? Gets it to Loynes. Hand passes out wide to space. Hosking, one way then the other. Eventually gets around Van der Heuvel, looks for McAvoy, 2 bites, couldn't reel it in. Under pressure, Geelong, they need to pick the footy up. They all ran over the top of it. So in a dangerous position. Gibbs, Prespakis. Hand passes out the back. Hosking is there. Goring, tackle slipped off. Loynes went looking back for Prespakis, bounced off Crockett Grills, bounces off her again. Prespakis everywhere since she's been back on.
She's unbelievable, isn't she? Just her running capabilities in both directions. She had 10 disposals to half-time. And I think she's up to about 14 now, Maddie Prespakis.
Moody, the tap down. Crockett Grills, a little 360. Van der Heuvel. Hosking, tackled by Garner. This is a good tackle. If she can't get rid of it, holding the footy in the end, she went little give to McKay. Umpire said you can't do that.
Yeah, it was a good tackle, wasn't it? But you look at Hosking and just her core strength. You can't bring her to ground. So, yes, she might have got caught, but her core strength and the ability to just keep her feet was really impressive.
Good to see McWilliams back out there after that face collision, really, with Downey. Over the back it goes to McDonald. She just hand passes and hopes. Prespakis, will she line up the big sticks? No, she decides to go short to G. Into the pocket. Gibbs is in the goal square, goes shorter to Stevens. Doesn't improve the angle, but is a lot closer to goal.
It was classy, though, wasn't it? Maddie Prespakis could have easily blazed away to the top of the square, but instead she hit up Georgia G, who then in turn hit up Nicola Stevens. And I've loved Stevens forward this year. She can play anywhere all around the ground, but she really has found a home up forward for the Blues.
So tight angle. Not bad for a left footer, though. Looks great off the boot. And she's slotted through Carlton's 5th. You're right, Abby. Stevens really, her forward craft has really improved this year. She looks very at home down there.
She does, and just the skills, both by hand and foot. You know, she was very handy back in defence, and just the ability to take grass and drive the ball forward for the Blues. But she's been really, really impressive inside that 50 arc alongside Taylor Harris and Darcy Vesio. They've got multiple avenues to goal.
So we saw Geelong had so much of the footy inside their forward 50, couldn't make the most of it, goes back down the other end, and Stevens slots one.
Yeah, it hurts the Cats, doesn't it? Because they did have lots of repeat entries inside 50, but credit to the Carlton defence. They withheld that pressure, and then in turn they were able to go forward a couple of times and kick a major through Nicola Stevens.
The Blues really did lift when Prespakis came back on the ground.
It's funny, isn't it? You know, one player, we know how good she is, obviously one of the best players in the competition, but the effect that they can have on lifting their side.
As Crockett Grills sends Geelong inside 50 again. Gearin has the ball loosened from McWilliams, who might get it back here. Crockett Grills, the umpires found a free kick for holding. It's Cranston who's given that one away. A little sloppy again. And Pound can go wide to O'Day. He's got Prespakis, who's been everywhere since she's come back on the ground. Goes short, just pokes it over the top to Egan, under pressure. The umpires paid the mark, even though Gehring got her hands in. Well, he's paid it to Gehring. Stole it off Egan, sends him inside 50. Barber will fly. Got a good leap. Harrington, though, to Gehring. Can hit heel on alone and should get the downfield free kick as Barber let Gehring know about it after she got rid of the footy. A little tussle behind play with Harrington. And this time, Laloifi's got a little shove, so it'll be 50. That one courtesy of McDonald. A little troppy little Laloifi. Felt that one in the side. This is going to take her, well, within range. She's going for the wave behind, saying, Mimi, come past here and have a shot. Hill goes short at the end to Stevens. Almost the exact same position she got it before. G over the top, looking for Prespakis. Too much on it. She's won back the footy, though, into Gibbs. Gibbs directly in front, and Gibbs slots one. So a couple of indiscretions by Geelong. And it really bought Carlton an extra 100 metres, and they go down and kick a goal. So Gibbs ended up being in the right spot at the right time. As Prespakis got the hand pass off to her and was able to just throw it on the boot from directly in front.
She's been really impressive early, hasn't she? She's a beautiful size, really strong through the body. She's kicked 2 goals now.
Paul Hood will be disappointed, though, because there was a couple of indiscretions by Geelong that are able to have the ball moved by the Blues. Bonus 100 metres, really. So the Cats with some work to do. Hand pass comes out wide to a running Hosking. She's under pressure. A free kick for it. Lingered tackle. They're able to play on, but Kerrick's taken the relieving mark in defence. Webster goes short to Higgins. There's a couple of options wider, decides to go that way and find Taylor. She can go over the top again. It's got Karras, decides against it, has a bounce, potentially coming back into trouble, although in the end made it work with a kick to Van der Heuvel. Still got Karras lurking unopposed, decides to go in a more direct fashion. Cranston had a couple to beat. McWilliams bends it round. Barber's in the right spot. Is it going to bounce for her? This time it is. Can she bend one way? No.
Well done.
Great pressure by Wilson.
It was unfortunate, wasn't it? Because Phoebe McWilliams just got the ball on the boot as quickly as she could. And she had her teammate running in towards goal. But Charlotte Wilson, unbelievable defender. The combination of Wilson, Lalawifi is very, very hard to get past.
That's twice now. You think Olivia Barber's eyes are lit up going in towards goal. Perhaps she'll be third time lucky as the game continues. So down the line goes Gearin Loynes. Does really well. Takes a good contested mark against Crockett Grills. Looks for Prespakis. Has to beat a couple. Couldn't in the end. Bubbles bumbled over the boundary line right in front of our interchange position. They've stretched the margin to 23 points this term, Carlton, after leading by 11 at the first change. Moody tapped down in front. Loynes and Crockett Grills, two hard nuts going at it. Umpire circling. It's never good if you're the one holding the footy and the umpires pin Crockett Grills. Loynes gets a hand pass off to Moody. Goes down towards McAvoy. O'Day with the body work. Hill found McAvoy, got rid of a couple, just threw it on the boot. Too much carry on it though, and McDonald will take the resultant free kick for out of bounds on the full. So we're still yet to see Al Downey return for the Blues after that collision with McWilliams, who has been able to return. Moody, she stood strong for the Blues in this opening half. Taking some good contested marks. Loads up long. Vesio goes with the one hand, almost reeled it in, but then reeled off the head of Kerrick and gave away the free kick for too high. So Kerrick, eyes darting, gains a couple of metres, goes long. Cranston, Karras, Prespakis, hands out towards Webster. Not a lot in front of it, just goes for distance. Barber and Wilson. A one-on-one, what can Barber do this time? Wilson just gets her out of the area. A little shove, a hand pass astray though, looking for O'Day. There's again a clash of bodies. Higgins, little friendly five off Barber. Threw her back into the contest. And Higgins might be a little slow here.
Well, Geelong's pressure has been good, hasn't it, Joe? They have had their opportunities when they've had some repeat entries going inside 50, but Carlton have just been a lot more efficient inside that forward arc.
Carlton seem to be able to get much deeper forward as well. There's McDonald. What can McWilliams do? Nothing between her and the goal. Under pressure, the ball's bouncing, fading away to the right. Is it going to even have the journey? It does, but it's the wrong side of the goalpost. And just through for one behind. They'd love to snatch one in the dying stages of this first half. And Carlton, I think, would just be happy to hang on to the footy. Kick for O'Day, slips through her hands. Out to Gehring, has Crockett Grills, wants her right boot, bends it round the corner. McWilliams will have a couple of beat, it'll carry her head in the end. And Wilson able to take the mark, hand pass off to Pound. And has Brazzali deep in the pocket. Brazzali will just go for distance. On a G. McDonald, captain of Geelong. Hand pass back to Taylor. They need to just get it in there, Geelong. They do. McWilliams has a fly against three. Good pressure. Ball spills out. Barber with a little toe poke. Prespakis plays goalkeeper.
Well, Coach Daniel Harford will be very happy with the opening half his side has produced. They lead by 22 points, 6 goals, 1 at 37 to 2 goals, 3, 15. Don't go anywhere. There's plenty to come during halftime as we recap some of the highlights across round 6 so far and take a look into the double life of multi-talented cat star Beck Gorry.